Hi, and welcome back to Tanisha's Tips.
Say it's Tanisha's tip. Coming all three speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured. They all getting featured. Say it's Tanisha's tip. Coming all three speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured. Yeah. It's your girl Tanisha, straight magic. The greatest book reviews, let's get at it. She not here to offend, she just honest. Bringing words that may leave you astonished. And plus she do shows. She cover all like hands, knees, and toes. Don't lollygag, no, she just roll. Then it's on to the next one, on to a fresh one. Ha. Said it's on to the next one, on to a fresh one. Tanisha's tip, coming all three speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured. Said it's Tanisha's tip, coming all three speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured. Yeah. Hey. It ain't for the clout, it's honest. See the truth when you look beyond it. Book shows, not to mention movies. She give or take in a great way, you'll see. Check it out, see if you agree. If you vibe, guess it's meant to be. And baby, you don't even need the script. Learn it all with Tanisha's tips. Tanisha's tip, coming all three speakers. Yeah. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured.
Today, we'll be getting into character descriptions for the book Brooklyn by Tracy Brown. One of the things I wanted to try out were actually giving visuals of the characters by using the descriptions that the author gave in the book. I have incorporated some with the help of AI. This is usually how I get caught up in a book and usually read the book and it gives a description of the characters and I start thinking and using my imagination. It just takes me everywhere. So this will give you a picture of how I was placing these people with the help of AI, of course. Now keep in mind, AI is still a little shaky, so we went with what we had. Without further ado, this is what we have. So the first character in the book is Brooklyn, which of course this is who the book is about. She's described as being beautiful, 17-year-old girl who embodied the spirit of the place. She was tough, edgy, and popular with golden skin, bright eyes, and a dimpled smile that made her a magnet for attention. Amir is the firstborn son, and his name means rule in Arabic. He graduated from high school the year prior, but he was taking some time to figure out what was next. Then there's Hope. She's the youngest of the three James siblings. She's described as being sweet, gentle, and sheltered. Also respectful, follows the rules of the family and the church, and she was popular with the children in the church. Sabrina, mother of Amir, Brooklyn, and Hope. She was described as being fair-skinned, a woman with long hair, doe-shaped eyes, and a shy smile. She spoke softly, dressed appropriately, and quietly supported her husband as the walking personification of a virtuous woman. Uncle Morris, he was Sabrina's stepbrother, and they were 10 months apart in age. Aunt Audrey, married to Uncle Morris and the mother of Nicole, a heavyset woman. That's the only description we had. Then there's Nicole. She was Brooklyn's age, only person that Brooklyn was allowed to spend the night with. Miss Mary Hutchinson, She's Erica's aunt, mother of Alonzo Zoe Hutchinson, insisted that everyone call her Mrs. Hutchinson except for her children. She was the president of the trustee board and proven herself loyal and trustworthy to Pastor Elias James and Promised Land Church. Miss Nancy, she's the widowed deaconess who wore all her dresses just a little too tight and hemlines just an inch too short. Rumor is she was messing around with Pastor Elias James. Erica, she is Brooklyn's best friend. They attended Curtis High School together. Erica also sung in the church choir. Alonzo Zoe Hutchinson, son of Mary Hutchinson, biggest drug dealer in the borough. He was said to be about 6 feet tall, handsome, and muscular. Jordan, church drummer, boyfriend to Amir, diligent worker, calm and easygoing demeanor, with a soothing voice to match, handsome, slim, and brown skin with welcoming eyes. Hassan, also known as Haas, he was tall, light skinned, and handsome, with discernible edginess about him. Stacy, she's a tall, curvy girl with a short haircut, door knocker earrings, and a gold nameplate around her neck. Roscoe is Stacy's brother. He also worked for her. We didn't have any pictures, but I just, put a picture in there to say how I thought he probably looked. We're gonna go with it. Then there's Wally. He also works for Stacy, and he's friends with Roscoe because they work hand in hand. There was no picture of him as well or a description of him, so we went with what we had. Janine, she's the fiance of Zoe. She's described as being pretty, brown skinned, and voluptuous. Yes, we like the curves. We like the curves. Carla and Missy, they are Roscoe and Wally's girls. Hassan described them as being cool, but the typical Harlem girls, which means they were flashy, fly, and upscale. That was his description, not mine. Then there was Dawn, the receptionist at Days Inn in Hopkins Plaza. She's young, black girl with a perfect bone straight doobie wrap. Chance is described as being cute, tall, muscular, and chocolate hued. Then there's Booker. He's a tall, thin guy who works for Chance. He checked the product and he made suggestions. Candy is Hassan's mom. She's described as being petite older woman with a pixie haircut like Toni Braxton. Lorraine is Hassan's little sister, and from Brooklyn's description, she seems to be the same age as Hope. Angel is a hairstylist in Baltimore. She's also the person who did Dawn's hair. She is described as being pretty with shoulder length hair and a bright smile. Kia is one of Angel's friends. She's described as being chocolate, big bone with a short haircut. Then there's Renee, who is one of Angel's other friends. She's tall and slim with a long face and a warm smile. Then there's Josiah. He's tall, dark, and extremely handsome. He's a chef and boyfriend slash fiance of Angel. Franklin. He is Renee's husband. There was no description, so we just winging it. Eddie is Hope's husband. He's described as being tall and athletic looking. Elias James, pastor of Promised Land Church in Staten Island. He was described as having a deep melodic voice, unapologetic about pursuing his desires for women. uh, Women swoon and men held their women's hands tight, a little tighter when he was around. Okay, Pastor. Then there's Janine Mills, who was described as being one of Elias James's rumored side pieces. Well, as you can see, we have wrapped up the character descriptions for the book Brooklyn. Now you can see how my mind works, and how I imagine the characters. um, I know that the AI needs a little bit more help, but I'm going to keep working with it to see if I can get better with each book that we get. If you have any thoughts, be sure to comment below. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. I want to know, are you interested in reading the book? Have you read it? What do you think? Be sure to like and subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and come back for the next video. Bye.
And plus she do shows. She cover all like hands, knees, and toes. Don't lollygag, no, she just roll. Then the song to the next one, on to a fresh one. Ha. Set it on to the next one, on to a fresh one. Tanisha's tip, coming all 3 speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured.